everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be starting a few different types of seeds. A few of those include tomatoes, different varieties of tomatoes, cherry and slicing, and one type of paste, and peppers. We have bell peppers and jalapeno peppers. We're also going to be starting a few flowers that we have, one of which being the Broken Colors 4 o'clocks that I picked up from Park Seed, and we'll be starting 3 types of echinacea. We have white swan, paradoxa, and paradiso. At the beginning of the video, I'm just filling up our small cells that we have. This is a tray and cells that I got about 2 years ago when I attempted to start seeds indoors without artificial light. I just put them in a windowsill, and that never really panned out very well. The plants got very leggy, and without hardening them off, they essentially all died. So this is I believe it's a 72 cell, and I did clean and sanitize it with vinegar and rinsed it with water prior to using it, just to make sure that everything was clean and ready to go. You'll also see a couple of egg cartons here without the lids on them. I am using those for for all of the lettuce. Oh, we're also starting lettuce. I forgot to mention that. We're using the egg cartons for lettuce for one, and then in the other we are putting the echinacea seeds in those. So this is just really an experiment. Initially this is an experiment. I'm using both the cardboard paper type egg carton and the styrofoam. And since recording this, I can tell you that the styrofoam is doing pretty much a better job of retaining water rather than the cardboard paper egg carton. I did think it was going to be the other way around. I thought that the paper egg carton would do better with preserving water since it would be able to soak it up. But anywho, we will update that on another video probably. So I've poured my seed starting mix in the big bowl that I use and just cleaning up my area. I've poured a little bit of water in it. Again, you do want it damp, but do not want it soaking wet, just like in our onion and rhubarb seed starting video. Same process there. And then you'll see me just fill in the seed starting trays. I put a good handful over the top, press it in with my fingers so that the bottom is a little more solid than the top will be. And I want the top of the soil or the seed starting mix to be fluffy and light so that the seedlings can pop through easily and they don't struggle. I did make a large mess with the seed starting mix, so I took a little time to sweep that up there. You also see this plastic tray. It's a shallow plastic tray that I believe I think we got raspberries in them last year, but I did clean that with vinegar and sanitize it as well and rinse it out before using it. I'm using that for the 4 o'clocks that I'm starting inside, because on the seed packet it did state that it needed a shallow dish or a shallow tray to start those seeds in, and I figured that would be perfect. Alright, and here you'll see my vegetable seeds that I saved from 2021 in a jar. These have actually been in my refrigerator since then, or since the end of that season. These are part of the group of seeds that I attempted with no artificial light or no grow lights, and they grew very leggy, and in the end they all died. This first one is salad bowl lettuce. It's just a good head lettuce, kind of really leafy and curly. And this is kind of an experiment that I'm going through. I'm going to plant these 2021 seeds and see how well they germinate and how well they plant out and how well they produce. So kind of an experiment on saving seeds in your fridge. So you'll see here I'm planting about 2 to 3 seeds in each cell for these egg cartons. This is all going to be lettuce, and there's one spinach seed that I saved from 2021. So this is one of the ones that I'm going to put 2 to 3 seeds in, and actually do that with each I do that with each variety of lettuce and or spinach. This is the spinach that I saved from 2021. It's called America spinach, or Spinach America, however you want to read it on the packet. Just looks like a basic run-of-your-mill spinach. And these are seeds. You'll see the brand is Livingston. These are seeds that I purchased at my local nursery. I'm not sure if it's a popular brand or if you're able to get it throughout the United States, but I did buy it at my local nursery. And as I'm planting these, I'm just kind of taking a little time to cover them up as I go. The next one is iceberg lettuce. This is one of my new lettuce purchases that I got online. It's from Peaceful Valley Farms. Again, 2 to 3 seeds in each cell. And you will see that I place a marker in each cell or each beginning of each row as I go. That way I don't miss any, forget what I've planted or anything like that. I want to keep track of what I'm planting. This one is Jericho lettuce. It's also from Peaceful Valley Farms, one of the newer ones that I've purchased. And this is Bib lettuce, also from Peaceful Valley Farms, 2 to 3 seeds per cell. And since that was all of my lettuce that I purchased this year, I went ahead and grew some additional spinach. We do use spinach in cooking. We like to cut it up in our salads, things like that. We use a lot of spinach, so I went ahead and sowed a second row of spinach there in the last few cells. The spinach seeds did take a little bit more depth than the other seeds. Most lettuce seeds on the packet say 1/4 of an inch or top sow basically, and sprinkle a little bit of soil mix on top or seed starting mix. The spinach wanted to be at least 1 inch deep, it said on the packet, so I went ahead and took the end of a Sharpie, made a divot in the seed starting mix, and sowed the seeds from there. Again, just taking a sprinkling of seed starting mix and putting it over the seeds that I've sown, kind of making that contact with the seed starting mix to assist in germination. Alright, so in this next one, this is the paper or cardboard egg carton cell that I attempted to use, or am using. I had kind of a different label that is also broken and left over from years past, so I cut slits in the cardboard of the egg carton and just stuck that label right down into those slits so that it would hold it. The first seed that I'm sowing in this is English thyme. I was so shocked at how small these seeds were. They came in a separate packet inside of the Mylar packet, and wow, they are so super tiny. So I was very careful to try to only get 2 to 3 seeds per cell, but that could prove me to be wrong. I mean, there could be 5 to 8 in each cell. I tried my best to do just 2 to 3. I tried to show how tiny they were on screen, but you can't even tell. They're so dang tiny. Anywho, just made divots into that seed starting mix like everything else. sprinkled those in there, and topped them with seed starting mix. Our next one that we're sowing are the Broken Colors 4 o'clock seeds. We're putting these in the shallow plastic dish. It looks like I skipped over the cardboard paper egg carton there for a moment. I believe I go back to that and I sow additional things in there. With the Broken Color 4 o'clocks, I placed them in lines and rows within that shallow dish. Made divot with my finger. I think I did 4 to 5 across and about 7 or 8 down the long way, and placed those in there, covered them up, pressed down lightly to make contact. Same as the usual. All right, so in our 72 cell tray, we are starting out with peppers. Looks like the first pepper that I sowed was the Craig's Grande Jalapeno. I placed 2 seeds in each cell. 2 to 3 seeds per cell. Next, I am planting the Sweet Sunrise bell pepper. That's going to go next to the jalapeno. I planted 2 to 3 per that. I planted 2 to 3 per cell. Next is our Sprinter bell pepper. Again, 2 to 3 per cell. Placing my labels as I go. I think I almost forgot to put my labels in there a moment ago, but quickly remembered. Next is one of our 2021 pepper seeds, and that is the Carnival Blend bell pepper. Next we have our super sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. These are part of the seeds that I purchased this year. It's from Park Seed Co. I did do peppers altogether, then started with my cherry tomatoes, moved into slicing, and I do have one paste, which is our San Marzano pepper. San Marzano pepper. Next we have the Sun Gold cherry tomato. This is from a company called Renee's Garden. And next is our Very Cherry tomato. This is one of my 2021 seeds, part of my little experiment. Since I don't have places for these within the garden that are not in my plan, I'm actually going to plant these more as a patio or container tomato to see how they fare as container tomatoes. Here's our gourmet slicing mixed tomato, also a 2021 seed. And with all of these tomatoes, I am planting about 2 to 3 per cell, just as I did the peppers. Here I want to show you what I'm using for labels. We eat cottage cheese and yogurt pretty regularly, so we have lots of empty containers. What I do is I wash them out afterwards and clean them, and then I cut them up into strips and use a Sharpie to write on them, and those are my labels currently for my seedlings. Here's our beefsteak tomato. Here's the white swan echinacea. This is a flower that I'm starting indoors. Most of my flowers I believe I'll be direct sowing, but things could change as time goes on. But this is one of the echinacea that I am planting indoors, starting indoors. I have read that they very likely will not bloom this first year, along with these echinacea, the paradoxa and the paradiso. Alright, and here are all my seeds along with my labels in each type of cell structure. We have the styrofoam egg carton, the paper/cardboard egg carton, our shallow plastic container that also has a dome on it, and we have the peppers, tomatoes, And the very last row I did plant the white swan echinacea there. And here I just want to show you how I have my grow station set up. I do have a video of how we created this reflector curtain that goes around where our grow lights are. If you want to watch that or check it out, it is on our channel. I can also put it at the end of our video so you can just click on it and watch it afterwards. So yeah, here are all my little seedlings that I've got started thus far. I'm super proud of my setup. Again, since filming this, lots of them have germinated and are standing tall. They are growing. I'm shocked each and every day that they are growing, but you know, seeds just want to grow.